This is Aaron with the Indy Auto Blog, and we have a very special guest with us today who worked on the brand new 2014 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. Now, if you could introduce yourself.
I'm Roger Schaefer. I work for Valeo Sylvania in Seymour, Indiana, and that's where we do the design for the lamps.
All right, yeah, so you got a chance to work on the whole lighting design for the brand new Stingray. And can you tell us how you got involved in the project?
Well, Valeo Sylvania does automotive lighting, and we did, to attain the Silverado and the Sierra truck program, we had to also take the Corvette lamp. The program manager, the R&D engineer director, he wanted me to be on the design due to the fact that I'm in the Corvette club, and he knew that I'd be good for this one.
Great. So what's special about the lamps in the new Vette?
Let's just start with the tail lights itself. The tail lights are total different style. New design style, total, no longer round. From 1953 on, it's never always been round, no longer round. The lights are all LEDs, life of the vehicle type lighting system. There's no replacement of the bulbs anymore for those. There's a base unit for domestic, and then there's also the European versions, because in Europe they have to have rear fog lamps, and they have to have a rear fog LEDs for that part of it that shines on the center of the road, that side of the car. So a unique process for having different modules for that. Goes into the Chimsel, which has 38 LEDs in it. The Chimsel has a unique light guide system to it. The LEDs are shooting up and hits the prism of a light guide and shoots it and points it outward. So it's kind of unique aspects to that on that rear high mount stop lamp. Back to the RCL, the LEDs on that one, they were all very uniquely positioned to where they're indirect LEDs. They're not direct shining out, they're indirect, showing that they're pointing toward a reflective surface and angling out. There was a difficulty of mounting those LEDs in positions on these FR4 boards, and I was able to attain a patent for the LED system for that lamp, and so I have that. On the headlamp, the uniqueness again on that one is there's 6 LEDs for the turn. Up the side of the car, there's 6 LEDs for that. There's a series of LEDs for a hockey stick, we call hockey stick, but that's that evil looking DRL slash park lamp. And then the projection is a bifunctional HID projector system. It's one bulb with a servo motor in there, a shutter system that flips it open shut for high beam. It's just the same burner, but it opens up and lets more light out for the high beam.
Oh, that's great. So as far as designing the look, did you draw inspiration from any particular?
Well, we worked directly with the studio at GM. I worked 2 weeks worth of my time up at the GM studio, which happens to be in the same room with the Camaro. But that studio itself, Kurt Binion is the director of the studio, and he knew that I was in the Corvette Club of Columbus, and he was pleased to have a Corvette enthusiast working on the lamp itself. But the studio people there, they're the ones that dictate the style. They design the style itself, and we have to try to take that style and manufacture it.
Great. Were there any particular challenges in getting that design to be able to be mass produced?
Yes, there's a lot of different hurdles you have to go overcome for as LEDs, get the right output, light output, get enough strength. You know, the concept of the design always started with they want to have a rear reflex in the lamp, and we had to try to see if we can infuse it in there. It was not feasible to get the reflex in there, so that's why you'll find the rear reflex on the bottom fascia or lower. There's just no way to fit it in there. This unique aspects of lights itself was because it's a multicolor lens. It's one lens, but it has like 2 clear windows for your backup and your turn function, and then has the red function the rest of the way. But there's different optical patterns for styling we had to try to mimic into it and things like that.
Did you run into any particular challenges trying to work with the rest of the electrical system and the other design teams?
Not really. No, that's pretty clear cut on that. We're given to what kind of pigtail they're wanting to use. that we have to marry up to, and then that's the starting point from there. There's times though we have to come up with a pigtail on, like on a reflector. It's a locking mechanism, locks on the back. They had to match up to us, type of thing. So yeah, we had to fit up with them.
All right. Tell me about the launch of the event. I heard you got to go up to that.
Are you referring to the unveiling up at Detroit Auto Show? Yes. Myself and the program manager, we got to go up to Detroit. We spent a day up there at the auto show. That was my first time for many years going to the auto show. I've done it before, but this was more impressive to me. The car itself sitting on that turnstile spinning around circles, and there was a crowd 360 around that car all day long. We stopped, went around, took pictures of other lamps while we're up there on other vehicles, but every time we come back or looked over, that place was packed with people. There was a mock-up of the engine. There was a mock-up of the full aluminum body chassis and everything else where they have on that.
How did it feel to have sort of your lights be the primary image for the vehicle for months, as they sort of teased everybody about?
The taillight in particular, it was bashing. Everybody said, "Oh, round, no longer round," and they didn't like it. But now that they've been out in the market, and different ones from our Corvette Club in Columbus have gone up to the track on Community Day and saw it, they say, "I like it." It fits nice to the rear end of the new Corvette.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous vehicle. Tell me about your Corvette. I know you're a Corvette enthusiast.
My wife and I have an '82 Corvette that we found along the side of the road for sale one day as we were heading up to Plainfield to look at a donkey. So the following Saturday we drove up to Plainfield to buy the car, and we bought the car. Then we went over and picked up the donkey, and so my wife drove the car home and I drove the ass home.
And it's been that way ever since.
No. But we just love the car. It's been very enjoyable to have. It's a unique color. It's a silver green. There were 724 of them made, and so we have one of the 724.
Wow. All right. Anything else we should know about the 2014 Corvette?
It's fast.
It's fast.
But no, it's a very nice car. Very unique in itself, but it's going to be something that's going to be really an eye-opener to a lot of people out there. The main function of the tail lights being not round any longer is because GM studio stylists found that most of the Europeans, the fancy European cars, are going around and they want to be different. So it's a very nice car.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time and your knowledge with us here with the Indy Auto Blog, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.